Welcome back to BeerzGaming, guys. Today we have Clan War tips and tricks for you. So if you struggle with Clan Wars Collection Day Battle or Final Battle, or if you just want to get some tips on how to build your deck, we got you covered today. So we are going to build a deck ourselves, give you guys some tips and do our final battle today. So if you want to improve your Clan War game, stay tuned and enjoy the video. Alright guys, let's start off with the collection day tips. It's going to be more of a list because we've completed our collection day yesterday, but I simply divide the collection day battles in pretty much two separate groups. We have the one group where you have to use your own card and your own card levels, like the ramp up challenge or whatever challenge there is. These games change over time, so I want to keep this video as kind of an overview, so I'm not going to go specifically into these game modes. And the other group would be where you get tournament standard level cards. Right now there would be something like the classic deck challenge, the double elixir draft, the touchdown draft, 2v2 draft. So there are a lot of challenges. In the beginning, when I entered Legendary Arena, it was pretty tough for me because my card levels were very low and I always seemed to be in a disadvantage during the collection day battles. And back in that time there was only a couple battles with tournament standard. Everything else was you have to use your own card levels. So what I suggest to you guys, and what's pretty much the only tip for the collection day, is take your time. Take the game modes you really enjoy and you are the best at, because you have to think about this way. Every win is a little investment. You get some gold out of every win. So I think you should really take Clan Wars serious. If you are a free-to-play or a semi-free-to-play player, it doesn't matter. It's pretty much free gold for victories. So you should definitely take your time here and try to focus on the game to get more as a result in the end, if that hopefully makes sense for you guys. So yeah, that's actually already it for the collection day tips. One more tip for you guys that I forgot: you often have double elixir, triple elixir or ramp up challenges where you have a lot more elixir than you have in a pretty much regular game. In these games you should definitely use heavier decks because these tend to shine when you have more elixir. So something like 2.6 Hawk against a Golem 3 Musketeer deck, for example, would probably lose just because of double or triple elixir time. So that's just something for you guys to keep in mind. Alright guys, so enough talking about the collection day battle. Let's hop right into the war day battle and how to build a deck. Oh, there's actually a new challenge coming out. Okay, so let's focus on what we want to accomplish today. So I always start to build my deck with the spells. So the first look I will have is definitely what spells we have available, what small spells, which are considered 3 elixir and lower, and what large spells, 4 elixir and higher. So first thing I see is Zap, Arrows, okay, Heal, not going to use. Fireball, which is beautiful. Always like to see Fireball, Freeze and Poison and Lightning. Dang, we have a lot of spells, okay? So that's definitely something I take a look before I go to point 2, which is the win condition, okay? So let's take a look at our win conditions. So just for you guys, I don't consider Elite Barbs as a win condition. So let's take a look. We kind of don't really have a real win condition yet, if I haven't missed anything. Of course there are a lot of decks with like no win condition or only a semi-win condition, like the Barb Hut control deck, but that's not what we are going to play. So here's a Balloon, for example. We have the win condition Balloon, Golem, Miner, and like a semi-win condition would be P.E.K.K.A. Things I would consider like a semi-win condition would also be like Battle Ram Bandit, because there is the meta like bridge spam, which is really good. So these are not true win conditions, but you can play them like it, if it makes sense, okay? So in this case, let's look at point number 3 is card levels. Very important. So in Gold League Standard, card level 9 is standard, and at Legendary League it is level 11, okay? So as you guys see, I have leveled up a lot of cards that I really like to use. For example, Fireball here, we have it at level 12, so if you have a 1 level higher card, no matter what it is, it's more preferably to use than a 1 level lower card, of course, okay? So in this case, I am going to play a P.E.K.K.A deck. P.E.K.K.A minor poison is something I really like. Even if my fireball is higher level than my poison, the minor synergizes a lot better with the poison. So in this case, we're just going to take the level 11, which is pretty much the standard level for Legendary League. Okay, let's see what we want to add as support cards. We definitely need a second small spell, which is Zap in this case. So we have our first 4 cards. Now, how do we want to build a deck around this? So in this case, I would definitely also look at the card levels. You need something that targets air. If you have a P.E.K.K.A minor poison deck, the poison and the zap are the only spells that target troops for now. So we definitely need something to target air. I would definitely take archers because they got buffed and they have level 12 here. And I also like some spam units to be able to support after defense minor push. So the Goblin Gang is very good. We could take the Minion Horde, but I don't want to make this deck too expensive. So let's see. So since we have the Goblin Gang, it might synergize well with the Princess as some log bait elements. And just in theory, it would also be good with the Minion Horde, because that way he cannot kill all the troops with 2 spells. Like for example, he has Fireball and Log. He cannot log the Goblin Gang, Fireball the Princess, and we would be out of those 2 cards. So that would synergize well. I'm just not a big fan of playing expensive P.E.K.K.A minor control decks. So I am actually going to go with the Flying Machine as Fireball bait here. So now we're just taking a look at what deck we built and how we want to improve it, or what cards we would like in there. There was a time where P.E.K.K.A Goblin Hut was meta, and that suits very well with the minor poison, because the Spear Goblins stack up and then you counter push with it. So I still really like that deck. So we are actually going to take the Goblin Hut in for the Flying Machine, just because both troops pretty much counter air, and with the Goblin Hut we have a building to pull the golems, to pull the hogs. So you actually have a decent answer or 2 answers for a faster hog cycle deck, for example. So that's pretty much it for our deck right here. We see we have a couple more cards to use, but I'm actually pretty satisfied with the deck we built. So let's hop in a match right here and see how we do. Hopefully win this one. Otherwise it would be pretty embarrassing, right? To make a tips video and lose. So let's see. Dario di Persia. So we have our Goblin Hut in the starting hand, which is always good. We are going to play it right away. He does have a Valkyrie, okay. Nothing special yet. We have the Miner in hand. We could pull the Valkyrie back. We are going to chill a little bit here. So we're going to split the Goblin Gang to defend a little bit the hut. And we are actually going to play the P.E.K.K.A to take care of the Valkyrie. Now he definitely has to answer to that. Maybe poison. Let's see. Zap. Zap this. Perfect. Oh, good to know he has Skarmy. We have to keep that in mind. And he has a mini P.E.K.K.A. So he definitely has a decent deck also. Let's see what his true win condition is, because right now he hasn't played anything yet. He still has to respond to the Princess. A little, I think, early hut here by us. That's okay though. We'll just let it go. We don't want to over support the hut, because in the end we might lose a lot of elixir because of that. Okay, he has a Sparky, so we are actually going to go opposite lane, so he cannot support his Sparky like crazy. We have the Zap for the Skarmy, there it is. And we're gonna get huge amounts of damage if he doesn't answer to it. He placed the Valkyrie late. So let's see how we want to defend this. We kind of need the P.E.K.K.A here. So we're hopefully going to wait. I hope the Sparky doesn't connect, but it might actually. Yep, the Sparky connects. We'll get another hit. Okay, that was quite bad by us. I want to play the archers in case he does play the Skarmy. We will take care of the Skarmy quite quick, but okay, we got a good game here. The archers actually connecting here. We are going to play the Goblin Hut a little lower, just because, well, 1 second here, gotta focus. And the mini P.E.K.K.A will get a swing. Now we kind of have to focus and go in here with the miner. That should be tower on the right side. One more hit, yep. Now we're gonna play the Goblin Hut a little lower, just so we take care of, we don't let him like kill it so easy. He could just place troops in the middle and that would be pretty much game. So now let's see how we want to defend this. Should be fine, since the princess is taking care of the swarmy units. We're just going to support this here. He does have the Sparky and the Skarmy, which is definitely not bad. Late and bad zap by us. But the princess is going to take care of the Sparky, and the P.E.K.K.A will take care of the giant. So we are definitely in for a good match, guys. So let's see, he does play the Sparky more defensively. So how do we want to take care of this? So we are going to go in aggressive here, trying to take care of the Sparky. We don't do it all the way, but still not too bad. Sparky should die here. And we are going to go in with the miner to support this. We zap this away. The Goblin Gang should die completely. It does. The Goblin Gang to kill the giant, which also should die quite fast here. Okay, so nothing special so far. We are going to keep stacking Goblin Huts just to kind of control this game. Let's see how we do. The zap for the Skarmy, there it is. We're getting some chip here, which is nice. We're expecting the giant, yep. The P.E.K.K.A here for the giant. And the princess here. The spear goblin's actually chipping away at the tower. So we could just poison cycle here. We are definitely going to poison this one. He gives us even more value. So we don't want to rush anything because he does have the Sparky, but we actually come out with the victory. Whew! That was a close one, guys. To be honest, a lot of these Clan War games... Oh, he's happy over there. Were not very close. I hope Supercell actually addressed that to have good opponents in the Clan Wars to make them more competitive again. But that's it for today's video. I hope you guys could learn something. I hope I was not too messy with the ideas I had that I wanted to give to you. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment what kind of decks you guys enjoy the most in Clan Wars. Me, for example, I really like P.E.K.K.A control decks because I feel you have rarely a real mismatch or a hard counter to it. So thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys have a good day. Peace out, and I see you guys in a couple days with a new video.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me.